All right. Welcome to Sideboard MTG. My name's Eric, and tonight it's time that we play some Merfolk. Yes, it's a rotation proof, and yes, I'm not real big on rotation proof decks, but I actually like to think of this deck as more of the starting point of where I want to be and start looking for those new cards as we're starting to get those spoilers. So this is kind of my base on Merfolk, and we can talk about it. There's a lot of options, a lot of different ways you can run Merfolk, and with the new Jumpstart mechanic coming up, there might actually be some different routes we want to take with Merfolk. Could be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you are too. If you do, give it that thumbs up. And if you like the content in general, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Alright guys, what's up everyone? Everyone have a good Labor Day weekend. For those of you that are not in the US, Labor Day, this was not a holiday for you, but for us here in the Americas, this is a holiday weekend, and we kind of honor all of those that have worked, and you're supposed to have that day off, and the barbecues and things like that. It just so happens to be a friend of mine's birthday, so we had a good time this weekend, and yeah. Oh man, I had a great Labor Day. It was good. It was very good. But what topped it all off was we got to see Ral Zarek. We got a new Izzet Planeswalker, everybody. Like, that is going to be absolutely phenomenal. I can't wait to play with the new Izzet Planeswalker. It's going to be great. DMCC5, what's up, man? How you doing? Madness, yeah, I know. Merfolk's, there's a lot of different ways you can go with Merfolk. You think that Merfolk's losing a lot from Nissa? You know, I didn't even consider putting Nissa in my Merfolk list ever. I just didn't really like Nissa. I didn't think that she was very aggressive. So, I'm not really up on losing Nissa. Anyway, we've got a ton of great Merfolk here. In the 1-drop slot, I am still going to be running the Mistcloak Herald, and the main reason for that is because I'm going to be running Deep-Root Elite, and I love being able to follow Deep-Root Elite up with a couple 1-drops, or a 1-drop and a 2-drop on my turn 3. Seems absolutely terrific. I am sticking at 23 land. Originally I had 24 land in the deck, and I ended up cutting one for an additional copy of Unsummon. Now you're also not going to see some other things that are going to give us a little bit more card advantage. I'm just basically going to be using Kamina for card advantage, but I am running Song of Freyalise. I want to be able to dump all the cards in my hand in most situations as quickly as possible, making my creatures outgrow most burn base removals and things. And that's really going to be dependent on that Deep-Root Elite. Now we do have other 1-drops like Kamina's Speaker, absolutely terrific card, 1 green mana, and we're going to get a +1/+1 counter on another Merfolk. Or sorry, if we have another Merfolk, this gets a +1/+1 to it, not a counter. Sorry, that's Deep-Root Elite. When another Merfolk enters the battlefield, we'll be able to get a +1/+1 counter on target Merfolk we control. Now, this is also followed up very nicely by Jungleborn Pioneer. Originally, we had 4 Jungleborn Pioneers in here, but I needed to cut the converted mana cost down, so I've actually trimmed back down to 3 Jungleborn Pioneers. But if you wanted to run 4 of this, I would not blame you for that. Now, against control decks and such, we're probably going to be bringing in a couple copies of Deep-Root Waters, which is also a very good spell with the Deep-Root Elite. And then, of course, we've got Silvergill Adept. If Rogue Refiner was broken for, being a 3/2 that drew us a card, then hopefully a 2-mana 2/1 that draws us a card will work the same. Now, we do have a couple Lords here. We've got our Merfolk Mistbinder, which is going to give us the +1/+1, and then to all Merfolk. And then Kumena, which can, if you tap up 5 Merfolks, then you can, or Merfolk, if you tap 5 fish, you get +1/+1 counters on them. If you tap 3 fish, you get it to draw a card, and if you tap just 1 fish, Kumena can be unblockable. That's pretty good, and Kumena's 4 toughness body is absolutely terrific. So, looking forward to to being able to show off the power of this deck. I think the deck's got most of the tools it needs to be able to fight against most decks. In the main board, we don't have a lot of ways to protect our creatures, so in the main board, we're kind of just all in. We're gonna go as hard as we possibly can, removing things out of our way with Unsummon, and then if they do get a big board, we're gonna try to build our own board, get to that Tempest Caller, tap everything down, go for that alpha swing. Now, if we do get that Song of Freyalise down, remember the 3rd saga or the third chapter on this saga, will put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. Those creatures gain Vigilance, Trample, and Indestructible until end of turn. So we'll be able to swing with those creatures, and at the end of turn, after we've blocked with them, that sort of thing, we can tap them to draw some cards, put +1/1 counters, things of that nature. So Song of Freyalise works really, really well here, and I'm hoping we get to have some fun with some Song of Freyalise tonight, so you guys get a chance to see that. It does seem to work really, really well. Steven Steele, what's up, sir? Metzer, Logic Order, Tricksters in the sideboard. I actually pulled off the Tricksters. Originally, I had the Tricksters, and I had the other Flash guy, the green colorless Flash guy that gave a Merfolk hexproof when it entered the battlefield. Originally, I was running that, but I got to playing around with that version of the deck, and I believe that there's two versions of Merfolk that we can run. One of them is actually going to be very spell heavy, and it will actually use the Merfolk champion. I forget what his name is, but whenever you cast an instant sorcery, it's going to grow. We've seen it in some Merfolk decks and things like that. Not a bad card. And I'm interested in running that. I think that we're going to have some flash capabilities. You're going to just kind of play that creature and then sit back on some counter spells, some bounce spells, and things like that. You know, it's going to be pretty good. Kel, what's up? How you doing, sir? I'm seeing a lot of new names in here tonight. If Torrential was still going to be in the format, sure. But, yeah, Torrential being gone is going to hurt things. Muldrotha is going to be so much fun. Oh, my goodness. With the spoilers, it looks like that Sultai is going to have so much help. We're going to have some fun with Sultai, and you guys know that I'm a big fan of Sultai. It's one of my favorite colors. I like Sultai, I like Grixis. I just love that feel. So, yeah, I think Sultai is going to have a lot of fun there. That's pretty much the main deck here. The other card I really didn't speak of was Shaper's Apprentice. Now, if you didn't like this, you could pretty much put any 1 or 2 drop Merfolk you wanted in this spot. This is just to give me another evasive creature. There's also a non-blockable Merfolk that you could play instead of this, but I actually wanted to have something that could block a flyer, and that's the main reason I've taken Shaper's Apprentice. Now, it's not a bad thing that we can use Deep-Root Elite to grow our Shaper's Apprentice so that we're getting it in the air. So I did want to mention that. I've got 3 copies of Shaper's Apprentice here. Let's take a look at the sideboard. Here we've kept everything as cheap as possible. Just running Naturalize for artifact and enchantment removal, running Negate and Spell Pierce for counters, and then Deep-Root Waters in case, you know, we need to just keep going wide and things like that. Okay, well, I didn't go with Metallic Mimic just because I was trying to stay on trying to build that baseline to work off of, and we're not going to have Metallic Mimic. I don't think that I had room for Metallic Mimic, but if you wanted to remove the Shapers, you could run Metallic Mimic there. I do have 3 copies of Dive Down in case we come against a removal heavy deck. Dive Down is going to be absolutely terrific for us. And then that's pretty much the sideboard, guys. That's the deck. This is the baseline where I want to be starting and looking at these spoilers going, okay, this is what I want to add to this Merfolk list. Now, I do have a Knights deck coming up, baseline Knights deck, you know, things like that. So I've got some other decks coming up that you guys are probably going to be happy with. And I don't want to think of them as rotation proof because I don't want people to just grab these decks and roll with them and say, you know, hey, this is the deck I'm going to be running. No, I don't think that's where we're wanting to be. Yeah, Spell Pierce over Admiral's Orders because I actually plan on countering Teferis and things like that with it. Teferi is going to be very big come rotation, so looks like we've got a pretty decent hand here. We're going to roll with it and wish us luck here, right? Alright, so we need to get out this this Herald here first, so we're just going to do that and see if we can get to moving, you know, just get to rolling with it. Our deck's going to be pretty fast, so if they're casting something like Settle the Wreckage on turn 4, 5, or 6, then we're probably going to be okay with our Settle. Oh no! Look what he's done! So I'm going to play my Hinterland Harbor, and I think I'm going to swing here and see if we can get him to use his shock to stop this. Doesn't look like he's going to shock to stop it. So we're just going to throw down our Shaper's Apprentice and pass the turn. Now, next turn, I'm pretty much just bound to play the Merfolk Mistbinder. Hopefully he's going to play something on his turn and tap out so that... Oh, well, it doesn't look like we're running into Goblin Chain Whirler, so we might have a chance here. Tormenting Voice, pitching him... we can go with some more bodies here. So, just swinging for 5 on turn 3 here. That's not bad. It's a decent clock, and... I mean, he's tapped out, so I mean, we're putting the pressure on. And then, of course, next turn we'll be able to play Kumena. And... No! Not the Suns! Wow, mainboard Suns. Okay. You got us. You got us, opponent. We'll play Kumena and follow it up with the Jungleborn Pioneer. If we hit a land, we'll follow it up with both. Yes, I've got Unclaimed Territory in the deck. I think Unclaimed Territory is exactly where we want to be in these decks, so this will work. This will work just fine. We'll draw a couple cards here. I mean, if he's got another Sweltering Sun, then we're definitely going to be in a little bit of trouble. But I like where we're at here. And then I'm actually just going to pass. I want to draw an additional card off the Kumena. The Sweltering Suns definitely set me back a bit. Looks like he may be about to Suns me again, which sounds horrible. Oh no. Hour of Devastation. Well, we'll draw a card. That hurt. That hurt us. That hurt us a lot, guys. So we'll go Deeproot Elite and then Merfolk Mistbinder. And then, of course, we're going to try to make this... Should we make the... Yeah, I think we make the Deeproot Elite as large as possible. Even though if he shocks this, it'll... shocks the Mistbinder, the Deeproot Elite will go back to a 2-2. But next turn, if we Merfolk Mistbinder, we should have a pretty good sized Deeproot Elite. So, the plan is just to keep playing creatures and keep really mono board wipes, right? Mono board wipes. So we'll draw a card. If he's got another board wipe, I don't know what we do here. We'll see. The board wipes are ridiculous. The sheer number of board wipes here has been insane. I mean, we've went through Sweltering Suns, Hour of Devastation, main board at that. So yeah, I mean oh, it's a Primal Amulet deck. I know you guys like that. You guys are pretty fond of the Amulet. We can play this. Alright, so I don't think I play my land here. There's not a card in the main board that we can't cast if we draw it. So just holding the land is not, you know, horrible. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, he's going to get some cards. That is a thing. Another Sweltering Suns. My God, dude. I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean, who's expecting to run into mono board wipes? Mono board wipes, just happening. It's happening. Banner does take a turn off. It does. I mean, he's got a ton of cards in the graveyard, so he's going to flip this search for Escanta. This is ridiculous, the number of you know, board wipes the opponent has here. It definitely means we're going to be playing fairly slow on the next game, because I don't think any of these board wipes are coming out. We'll see. Everything dies to Chain Whirler, guys. Everything dies to Chain Whirler. Zombie Skeleton Death Baron deck runs pretty solid. Seems good. I like Death Baron. I like Death Baron, and I like is he the one? Yeah, he's the one that gives all the zombies and skeletons the death touch, right? And then Graveyard Marshal. Really, opponent. And then you're going to cast Ribbons, I assume. Oh, well, we got an unclaimed territory. Yep. So far, so brutal. Yeah, I mean, he's got 5 cards in hand here. Search for Escanta, ton of land. It's going to be hard for us to really come back from this. Our worst draw here is like Silvergill Adept, but we could probably play the Silvergill Adept, hard cast, and play whatever we draw off of it. So that wouldn't be too bad. Alright, well, he's got 1 mana of any color here. He does need a second source of black. I'm going to play the Merfolk Mistbinder and play my land. We will call Merfolk. Is this a scout? No, it's a shaman. It's a shaman. Next game, we need a return to Amonkhet. Oh, yeah. A return to Amonkhet. I actually feel that the Amonkhet block kind of got, you know, the worst end of the deal. It didn't get to stay in the meta as long as it should have, and we just didn't get a lot out of the Amonkhet block, and that hurts me. It really does. Yeah, the Primal Amulet deck, putting in work. All he's got to do is just keep sweeping the board and then get to a cut, and then double cast Ribbons and or triple cast Ribbons by the looks of this deck. Looks like he's going to want to flip 2 amulets and then triple cast Ribbons. Make black with 1 amulet, make black with the other amulet, and then both of that is spent with Ribbons, so you get to copy it twice. So yeah, that looks like the plan here. Right now he's getting the double anticipate, stuff like that. Amulet looks good. Amulet Titan? Maybe. What Titan would he be casting? Enigma Drake. Well, I'm going to concede to that, considering the best thing I could do would be bounce it. I was basically just waiting to see if the opponent would actually, you know, hit a different threat. Alright, so Unsummon is not where we want to be. We do not need the Shaper's Apprentice, even though he does have a flyer. I'm not really interested in Shaper's Apprentice. I am 100% interested in my Spell Pierce and my Negates. Now, I don't need Tempest Caller here, so I'm going to bring in some number of Naturalize, but more than not, I just want to counter instead of actually destroy. So maybe I'll leave in Unsummon. Like, do we? We don't need Song of Freyalise here because we're going to be trying to play it slow. So I think we can go Naturalize and let's squeeze in a couple Deep-Root Waters. What can we remove here? Maybe a Mistcloak. for some Deep Root Waters. We're not going to be playing as fast. Deep Root Waters is going to be probably at its worst in the sideboard here. Okay, so we've got Unclaimed Territory. This looks like a good hand. We've got 1-drops, 2-drops. We can play the Deep Root Elite, follow it up. We don't really have ways to protect ourselves from the board wipes, but there's a ton in the deck, and we can probably draw them. So I'm going to go Merfolk. And we're... let's actually make green here. Because this can swing for 2 on turn 2, whereas the Merfolk Mistbinder, or Merfolk Mistcloaked Herald, sorry, not Mistbinder, Mistcloaked Herald can swing for... we'll go green and colorless. Swing for 2. We do want to find some way to avoid this the Sweltering Suns next turn, because I'm assuming that he's just trying to dig for a Sweltering Suns. Man, just hitting all the lands. We'll swing for 3 here. Unfortunately, nothing we can play saves us from Sweltering Suns here. So if he has the Suns, then we're just dead to it. Yep, dead to Suns. Oh my goodness! All the land, all of them. 4 unclaimed territory. Alright, well, this is probably going to be bad. Like, we'll see, but, I mean, who is expecting anything remotely like this? Search for Escanta. I'll pop that. And then I'll play a blue source so that we can pretend our last card's a negate. Bum dum tss. Well, the good thing about Merfolk, you're either going to win quick or you're going to lose quick. Just mono board wipes, though. Oh my goodness. All the board wipes. So, I mean, I guess we just swing for 2 and then just keep trying to get in there. Now, the bad part about Primal Amulet is even if you copy the actual spell... Alright, you got it. Okay. Okay, opponent. Okay. 4 different board wipes in white alone. Right? Well. What would Blossoming Defense even do against Hour of Devastation? Just curious. Like, what would that do for us? What would Blossoming Defense achieve? Total death? I mean, Blossoming Defense wouldn't save us. I mean, it would get Kamina. It would save Kamina or save 1 creature. Yeah, I think we're better off, like, hoping that we would have had a Spell Pierce. Maybe I should have, like, mulliganed to a counter so that we could stop the turn 3 board wipe, but Yeah, Blossoming Defense does absolutely nothing against Hour. We do have Dive Down in the sideboard, so that is a thing at least. But yeah, that's it. That's all we've got. And now outrunning this Enigma Drake's going to be pretty hard. Well, that's why I went Dive Down over Blossoming Defense. We do have Dive Downs in the sideboard, but I just... not enough threat. Alright, we're moving on. We're moving on. We're not playing a real deck, and we run up against another non-real deck, so, you know, it happens. What's up, Jeremiah? How you doing? The Majestic Ron Gaming. Mainboard, we're running Unsummon to be able to remove certain creatures out of our way. The plan is actually to outrun most decks in Game 1, but you just can't outrun... Watch, now we'll get no land, so we just can't keep this. Even though we could get this down, and if we drew a blue, like, we just can't keep it. This will work. And I think we keep that as well. Heroic Intervention. Yeah, now Heroic Intervention might have done more. Definitely Heroic Intervention might have been a better route to take. Alright, so we're going to go land. I want to get a couple creatures on the battlefield before I play the Song of Freyalise. But next turn I'm actually looking at just playing my Silvergill Adept. Probably just going to play it off the Hinterland Harbor. And then we're just going to kind of... yeah, we're going to play the Hinterland Harbor, play Silvergill Adept, and reveal Kumena. Not revealing Tempest Caller, because we need to set up for this big turn for Tempest Caller. All the lands, all the day. Just horrible. Yeah, Hour of Devastation removes Indestructible. It would have helped against Sweltering Suns, though. But, like... well, that's also another card that's rotating. So, just saying. Like, I don't think any of those cards saved us from a turn 3 Sweltering Suns. By nature of our deck, we need to be going fairly quick. So, yeah. Alright, well, this will actually be fine. I think I want to Kumena here. Green deck's a little bit stuck on mana. I don't think that they block with this Llanowar Elf, with them only having one land, so I think we get a free attack here. I could be wrong. He could be like, Llanowar Elf, block, Blossoming Defense, my Llanowar Elf. And then he's got me. Okay. You got me, opponent. You got me. That just happened. Another Llanowar Elf. Well, all the land. All of those land. We'll go Unclaimed Territory, calling Merfolk. We'll go Kumena Speaker. I think I want to go ahead and get down this song. And then... we're going to tap the Merfolk that just came in and just swing for 2. The opponent's going to have a swing available here, but I want to start getting a little bit of damage in. A little chip damage now will help us a lot here when it comes time to actually cast the Tempest. Best top deck, I think, for us right now is like Silvergill Adept. Kumena and Song of Freyalise are a bad combo. I don't think so. So Song of Freyalise, when it goes off, it gives all of your creatures Vigilance, Trample, and Indestructible. So I think that works really well with Song of Freyalise because you can swing with all your creatures and then you can tap them for Kumena after. So I don't think it's a non-bow. Okay, so the mana ability, you have mana to dump your hand, or I don't think it's like that bad, honestly. I mean, I could be wrong. I mean, you guys might be right on. I think the Vigilance is actually better than you're giving it initial credit for. Oh, man. Can't let me have it, huh? Can't let me have it. Well, we definitely just take this 5. And then at end of turn, we'll draw a card. So we'll tap 3, untap Merfolk, draw a card. Deeproot Elite and a Shaper's Apprentice. Okay, so Deeproot Elite. Shapers, and we're going to make Kumena bigger. And now we can block the Stillleaf Champion. So we'll see what happens here. I mean, he can probably gain a lot of life with something like a Jade Light Ranger or something, so yeah, we've got Sleep on a Stick. Like, that's a Gigantosaur. That is a Gigantosaur. I don't think he can swing with the Stillleaf Champion. He did. So, I'm going to block with Kumena. And then we'll tap 5 Merfolk. And kill the Kumena? Or kill the, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to go 1, 2, we're going to go Merfolk Mistbinder. We're going to go for... So now we're going to... Let's do some math here. Tempest Collar on that guy, and tap everything down. 7, 11, gain. Yeah. All right. Bam! And that's game! Okay. Okay. So dive down may be a thing here. I think our main board's kind of where we actually want to be. Tempest Scholar is going to be terrific in this matchup. Unsummoned's going to be great. Song of Freyalise is fine. I think we just run it back. Salt that fish. Right, that's exactly how Merfolk wants to play, so... Hey, I've got no problem with Tempest Caller. I've got the card in my deck. I think Tempest Caller is actually really good. I just don't think it's like a 3 or a 4 of. But I do think the card's good, so, don't get me wrong there. Mist Caller's fine. This is a bad hand. Bad hand on the mana. We can come in a turn late, but it's going to be a little bit risky. Merfolk Mistbinders, Kuminas, things like that are going to be absolutely terrific, so I am going to keep it. We do want to hit one land. An untap, like a basic off the top, is going to be absolutely terrific. Kinder, how you doing? What's the problem with being a tribal deck? Most times sleep gives me 2 free attacks. I like sleep on a stick. I really do like the card. I'm not saying that the card's bad, and I did put it in my deck, guys. Like, I built this deck. I put the card in the deck. I like the card. So, yeah. Sleep's great. I mean, you get an attack, and then, like, the card itself, like, the real card Sleep is even better, so, because he's mono green, I'm gonna just start putting out some dudes and jumping in here. Still Leaf Champion. Alright, well, we got more Hinterland Harbors. So, I think we Kamena this turn. And we just pass. Unfortunately, we can't do any tricks. We can't really stop the Still Leaf Champion, but we can draw an additional card, and then next turn, Song of Freylease and just dump our hand. Well, that dude's going to be big. We'll wait till end of turn here. So we'll tap these 3 guys, draw a card, Tempest Caller. Alright, so now we can go Jungleborn. Which will help us keep going wide. Then, Kamena Speaker. We actually get to attack here. We get to swing for 2. So that's not horrible. Yeah, so... I mean, Still Leaf Champions, they're big, they're bad, they're tough. Gigantosaur, he's big, he's bad, he's tough. Does the opponent swing? I don't think he can swing. He's reading Kamena right now. Kamena would be all lit up if we were on Arena, man. It would just be so bright from the opponent reading it right now. Like, oh man, I can't swing. I'm a Still Leaf Champion. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're gonna give them all +1/+1 counters. So we've got 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Sorry about your luck, opponent. Sorry about your luck. Tempest Caller. And then we're just going to jump on into the combat phase. Bye, Mono Green. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for showing up. Yep. Have a good day. Yeah, that's how the game is supposed. That's how Merfolk was supposed to play out. It feels so good. Oh, it feels so good. CO, what's up, buddy? How you doing, sir? Kenneth, K-Dog, my man, how you doing? Jizza, heard you and Dragon Lord over been brewing a little goblins, little goblin action, huh? You guys playing with the goblin action? Dev wants Santipus Collar just wins games. It did just win games. Like, the card wins games. I'm not going to deny that. It wins games. But as far as the Gigantosaur goes, I wasn't really worried about Gigantosaur. I mean, we can always stick, like, you know, one more Merfolk in front of it, buy ourselves a little bit of time. Being able to outgrow Steel Leaf Champion is also something that wins games, so yeah. How's the rounds going so far? Well, we ran into mono board wipes, so it's like red-blue board wipes with main board Sweltering Suns and Hour of Devastations. Totally hosed us. And then we ran against mono green, and we crushed mono green. So we're going to play Dude Smack here. We can get in before someone else takes our spot, and we're going to see what happens. You want to foil a Johnny at F&M? CO. That's pretty sweet, man. I think a Johnny is going to be huge come this next set. I really think that card's going to be good. Another nice little hand. We just go Miscloak. Just all the 1-drops. Yeah. And then just follow that up with a Merfolk Mistbinder and just go do work from there. We do have to worry about something like a Chain Whirler or something, but we can protect it. Mono blue. Ooh, Silvergill Adept. I think I want to get more things down. So next turn, if we do get to land this Merfolk Mistbinder, we're looking at a lot of damage. Oh, this Essence Scatter is going to be brutal. I think I'm going to just go for it. Go for the swing first, and then probably just play the Silvergill Adept. I would like to hit one more land. And then we can just reveal something like a Shaper's Apprentice. And if he wants to seal away, I may go ahead and, yeah, I'm 100% going to play the Merfolk Mistbinder now. Yeah, I'm not even worried about the land. Getting the other Mistbinder there seems terrific, so... Or getting the Mistbinder down seems terrific. Miscloaked, Mistbinder. Just going to bind that mist right around those. Cloak them, yeah. You lucked out on the packs you won. That's kind of part of it, right? Just, you know, getting those packs. Hey, we hit a land. We hit a land. I don't want to swing with Mistbinder, honestly. I am worried about another seal away. I think if we can take this slow and steady, we might actually be able to get there. I mean, he's taking 4 this turn. That's pretty decent. So, we've already played our land for the turn. We will not be able to play another land. Even though it is turn 4, we were a turn late on the land. Anticipate. Alright. Anticipate's a great card, guys. And I think we'll be seeing some out of it. Ooh, another Silvergill. That'll be good for next turn. Alright, so what are we looking at? Settle the wreckage here? If he just passes back, we're looking at settle. Yeah. Oh, Ixalan's binding. What are you putting it on? Okay. Just in case we get something that's worth playing, I'm going to play the Silvergill, and we'll hit him for 4. 4 returns still pretty good. We do need to get an additional point in at some point. Tempest Collar may not be exactly what we're looking for this game, but we will go ahead and get sideways, hit him for 4 this turn, and pass. So now if he wants to play something like Teferi this turn, then we're definitely going to be able to pressure the Teferi. You think it might be Turbo Fog? Well, I haven't seen any green, so if it's Turbo Fog, then that's going to be pretty bad. I don't think this would be Turbo Fog. Revitalize, gain some life. Okay. So I'm thinking he's going to fumigate us. Seal away? Why would you seal away if you were going to fumigate though, right? Let's go ahead and hit him for 4. And then we'll add a little bit more pressure. So if he does have fumigate, that'll be a thing, but we do have a board in a box. Yeah, here's him. He's tapping quick, guys. That's got to be fumigate. Yep. So play a board in a box. So 2 dudes, 3 mana, not bad. 3 power spread over 3 dudes. I mean, he technically passes the vanilla test. You get 3 power, 3 toughness, spread over 2 dudes. So yeah, why would you seal that away if Azor? Wow. Wow. I mean, the best we can do here is at end of turn. I mean, he's going to get to swing with Azor here. End of turn, draw a card. Azor. Everybody's playing some cool stuff here. Is Deep Root Waters too slow? I think so. I think that you're taking a turn off, and if you're wanting to play it on curve, you think we're dead this game? I don't. I do not think we're dead this game. I think we have options. Dovin Bond. Activated abilities cannot be activated. So if he hits my Comena, which he is, we'll draw a card. I mean, it's going to be a Song of Fraley's turn. I think I'm going to go ahead and play my Mistbinder. Or my Tempest Caller. I don't know why I said Mistbinder. And then we can hit for 2 here. Him or Dovin Bond. I think we attack him. Because we can always just draw another card on his turn. I mean, we do have to worry about getting hit, so we are still kind of in a race. So that's a thing. He anticipates. Yeah, we got a race now. We're 100% on a race. I want to draw another card here to be able to get a little bit more down next turn, and then the turn that we Song of Freylease, I want to be able to go off. I think Song of Freylease actually is so far from being a non-bow. You can swing with Kumena, and before damage is dealt, actually tap to put the counters on everyone. So I like Song of Freylease here. Wow. Wow, opponent. I mean, the Gideon. Song may get us back in this race. Song may actually allow us to do a little bit of damage. So this can't do damage, this can't do damage, or this can do damage, but not much. Best thing we're doing with that is drawing cards. Oh, come on. We've got one swing here. Yeah, I think we were fine until Gideon came down. And then now that Gideon's here, I don't know where we can go from there. Revitalize, gain 3 life. Okay. You got me, opponent. Let's go to the next game. Okay, so we kind of want Spell Pierce and the negates. Tempest Collar's probably going to be at its weakest. And then Shaper's Apprentice. Just kind of my cut cards. Deep-Root Waters is probably going to be really good, giving us a couple extra bodies. I don't think Song is actually where we want to be, so I'm going to remove the Songs and bring in the 2 Deep-Root Waters. And maybe one less Unsummon. Maybe we don't need any of the Unsummons and we keep more threats. Or bring in, maybe instead of Unsummon, we run Naturalize. Let's try that. Instead of Unsummon, we'll run 2 Naturalize. So if you get some of this enchantment-based removal on our dudes, we can do that sort of thing. Yes, Deep-Root Waters does replenish after sweepers really well, but main board, I think that Jungleborn Pioneer is just more brutal as far as like just putting more threats down. Aw, come on, really? Like this, huh? It's like this and like that and like that and like this. Alright. Alright. You got me, opponent. No, hexproof isn't irrelevant. You're not gonna be we'll just get our Deep-Root Elite down. Not like this. Not like this. I mean, next turn we go Silvergill Adept. Or try to. We'll see. Anticipate. Yeah, I think I want a Silvergill Adept and like pray for a Hinterland Harbor or a Unclaimed Territory to get the Mistcloak Herald down. Yeah. Don't do us dirty like this deck, right? I mean, the deck showed its power, and now it's just kind of eh. We'll show the Kumena speaker. And I want to hit for a little bit more this turn. He doesn't have white mana yet. He could just go, you know, white land, seal away, and get our, yeah, and get our Deep-Root Elite, which would be a pain. God, I hate it when I call their plays. You'd think I would play around it, right? Nope. Just not my style. My play style is more of make them have it. So, you know, I get what they could be doing, what they could be playing around. Although when I play in paper, I normally play much, you know, safer. But here, I just want to counter this settle the wreckage. So we're just gonna go for the swing. Actually, looks like we're going to be countering Gideon's Reproach. The hell is this? Really? Okay. Sure. Alright, the opponent's at 7. We're definitely being mean. Although now if he has that Fumigate, whew, it's not going to be nice. Dovenbon. I think we have to kill Dovenbon here. Oh, he's just going to gain 2 life and draw a card. Well, this is a perfect time to take a turn off. I'm going to attack him, attack Dovenbon, and we'll go from there. We didn't have enough to put lethal on the opponent, and I want to keep some creatures in hand so that I can cast off of Deep Root Waters, and he's got that. I want to cast this before combat because I want a chance at drawing a negate or a spell pierce. It's not what I wanted. And I'm going to swing just for 6 here. I'm putting multiple creatures so that we can play around Seal Away. But if he has a Settle the Wreckage, that's fine. We'll thin our deck a little here. Play a land. Call Merfolk. And pass. We can still just keep swinging for 3 per turn without getting overly ambitious on this. I guess that'd be the right word. Right, at least it thins the deck a little bit. He scooped it up. Okay. Looks like he couldn't deal with Silvergill at it. He was able to deal with things early, but yeah. I think I want to keep the negates, the spell pierces. I think I want to keep it just the way we've got it, and I'm going to run it back. We're running 23 lands. 23 lands. The deck tops out at 3 mana. We could probably go down to 22. So, I mean, that's definitely something that we might want to look into. Is if you go up into 4 and 5 converted mana cost. I mean, in the main board, we actually have 2 4 mana creatures, but they're not something that you want to side out a land. You know, I didn't even think about that. It's probably pretty decent. We could probably get away with that. That's a lot of land. 23 is a lot of land. I like having land. Well, this isn't the greatest thing in the world, but it's not the worst either. We're still on a turn 1 and a turn 2. So if we hit another land, yeah, we're gold. We're golden. Let's see how good this Spell Pierce can treat us. Right, I'm not playing with Branch Walker. Branch Walker would definitely be able to let you have even less land. I'm going to play a Deep Root Elite here. And then next turn we can play Deep Root Elite and leave up Spell Pierce. If he wants to spin a card on a Kamina Speaker, I'm okay with that. Yeah, if this is a Seal Away or something on Kamina Speaker, then that's okay. Gideon! Alright, Gids. Alright, Gids. So we'll call Merfolk. We'll go blue-green, Silvergill. Let's cancel that. We don't need to draw a card this turn. Yeah, sure. I'm more interested in just like stopping this Dovin Bond. Like, I can't let him have multiple copies of something that will, you know, keep us from attacking. So, let's go land. We're gonna go Mistcloak Herald, Silvergill Adept. We're just gonna make this one as large as possible. Negate. Alright. I would have played the other to kill Gideon, which it would have allowed us to do, but now we get to hold up Negate, which is a whole nother story. So, yeah. We're going to do this. Oath of Teferi. I'm okay with that. I mean, what's he going to do? Bounce Gideon? Right? Like, yeah, he pluses Gideon. Pluses Gideon again. We're still going to kill Gideon here. So, Silvergill Adept. Revealing the Mistcloak Herald. We're going to go plus, plus, kill Gideon. Now we should be in a much better position. Revitalize, he's going to draw a card. Alright, so he gains 3 life, draws a card. We are setting up for a very good turn, so let's go Merfolk Mistbinder. And how do I want to hit him? Like, I don't really want to swing into this settle. I'd rather have my negate available next turn. So, I think if I just swing for 6 here, that'll put him at 17. And then we'll be lethal next turn. So, if we can just counter the... the Fumigate, that's fine. If he wants to try to burn this, this does get above the Gideon's Reproach. So now we just want to counter Fumigate, counter anything that would be huge for him, and then swing for lethal next turn. So, yeah. I mean, if he has a counter of his own here, then we're going to be in some trouble. Alright, so we stop the negate, or we negate the Fumigate. See, we can play around things when we want to. We don't have to just swing into everything. Alright, Control. Let's get out of here with that mess. Right? Counter settle, and then Fumigate? No, see, I was going to just pressure him enough that it wasn't really worth it for him to settle, but it was worth it, you know, to just, you know, take a little damage, and then, Like, I was expecting something like a Seal Away or something like that out of him. But he only had a couple cards left, and I was expecting Fumigate to be one of them. So, stopping the Fumigate was the way I wanted to go there. The Majestic Ron Whitey. Ron Whitey? That's pretty funny. Blue-White Control, no Supreme Verdict, no win versus Merfolk. What? No land? Alright, so we're going to mulligan. We get one land and all the Silvergill add-ups you could ever want. I think I have to mulligan this. I don't think I can... I should have kept it. I should have just kept it. I mean, we had a Scry. Put that on the bottom. I don't think we can do anything without a land, so... yeah. Probably should have kept that last hand. Really effective sideboarding. Thank you, Barry. I appreciate that. Alright. Alright. Come on, where are you at, lands? Now's the turn. We need you to start showing up for us, and don't be there for the opponent. Endless Sands. What? I love this card. I can't believe nobody played it. I think we just get in for free here. We'll draw an additional card with our Silvergill add-up. I think that last hand that I mulliganed was the hand we were supposed to keep. So many Silvergill add-ups. We can reveal Kamena. Alright, well, not the greatest thing in the world. Field of Ruin. 1 green, 2 colorless. Elvish Rejuvenator. When it enters the battlefield, he gets to look at the top 5 cards of his library. He can put a land card from among them onto the battlefield tap, then the rest on the bottom of his library in a random order. Bam, a little bit of ramp. Looks like he hit a Scavenger Grounds, and did hit a land. He did hit a land. I think I just want to Kamena here. And we're going to pass. I want to draw another card. Kamena's going to help us dig out of this. We'll have an unsummon for whatever big may be coming. Hopefully he's kind of choked here on these colorless. Another Elvish Rejuvenator. What is going on? You have to be a bully to play Pure Control. Merfolk, you say? That's right. We're playing the fishes. The fishes is swimming. Alright, so we're going to draw a card. Shaper's Apprentice. Okay. That's actually really good here. So we'll go Kamena Speaker. Shaper's Apprentice. And I'm going to pass. So at this point, we're going to start trying to grow as much as possible. He did whiff on this Elvish Rejuvenator. Just saying, he whiffed. Looked at 5 cards and tucked them all, and did not hit a land. We're also on turn 5, and he's not hitting land. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Grow from the ashes. Without kicker. Got that blue mana. Oh, it's a green-blue ramp deck. Alright, so we're definitely going to be growing the team. Because that's cool. Now we can Jungleborn Pioneer. And now that we're growing the team, we can start getting in. It's quite a bit of damage, actually. And then I'm going to go ahead and play my Mistcloaked Herald so I can draw an additional card. Hopefully he doesn't go like blue land and then River's Rebuke or something. That would be horrible. You misspelled wizards. What? Goblins his butt. You misspelled wizards. It's a Tatiova deck! Alright, well. I mean, we're definitely going to try to draw. The opponent said, I think I'm just dead. So, Hinterland Harbor, bounce Tatiova, 1, 2, yeah, and he scoops it up. Alright, I said maybe. He said he thinks he's just dead. I said maybe. Maybe. So he's trying to ramp. I want to stay absolutely as fast as possible. I'm thinking he's going to be doing like grow from the ashes, of course, stuff like that. I'm not really worried about copying it or countering any of that stuff. I just want to really just get in there. Just want to get in there, you know, just get in there. Yes, yes. The only reason, see, I don't like rotation proof. I like the idea of a baseline. So let's look at what we have right now. What's a fringe deck right now, and what can we add to that come the spoilers and stuff like that that are coming out. Like, now that spoilers are coming out, that's when I want to start putting out my baseline decks. I don't like to think of rotation proof because it kind of gives you that idea of you would play this exact deck then, and that's not what I want. I want to have this baseline. Okay, so we know the power of this deck, we know the strength of this deck, we know what this kit deck can and can't do, so we know exactly what cards as these spoilers come out to be looking at to add to those. So that's what I want you guys to be thinking about for our spoilers and things like that. Are the baseline. You know, this is not a fast enough hand for me, so I'm actually going to mulligan it. This is still not a fast enough hand, but it could be better. At least we have a little bit of draw here. So I am going to keep it. It's not exactly where I want to be, but I am going to keep it. That Jungleborn Pioneer up top might be great. What's up, Kinder? Have we got any spoilers today? No, but at the end of stream, I will actually pull up the spoilers and talk to you guys a little bit about the spoilers and what I think about it. I've watched everyone on YouTube's spoiler videos that I could find, and I am upset at everyone. Is that sad? I'm upset. I think that YouTubers in general, we have just went, ooh, look, Shocklands. Build your mana bases. Well, what does that mean? What does Shocklands actually mean for us? That's the thing that I don't think anyone else is covering, and it's something that I want to talk more about. Shocklands mean a lot for us, guys, and that means that you're going to be able to build much faster mana bases. You're going to have much more consistent mana bases on a regular. So, like, no one's actually covering that. I mean, I guess maybe you just go, oh, well, it's just known that if you have Shocklands, you can build a much faster mana base, but it means you die faster. Well, no argument there, Rush. You're right. It does mean that you're going to die a little bit faster. You're going to be starting with 18 or 16 life versus some other people, but Shocklands in general means that aggro gets under more. You're right. You're going to be able to have more consistent, aggressive 2 mana and 3 mana decks. The Shocklands are going to be able to bring in your buddy and check lands untapped, which is the one thing that most people covered. Oh, look, they're basic land types, so they bring in your check lands untapped, that sort of thing. But all in all, I actually think that that Shocklands, I want to get this Jungleborn Pioneer down. Just because Jungleborn Pioneer come next turn with a Song of Freylease is going to be absolutely terrific. We may actually punch him next turn. But I definitely want to get this Song of Freylease going. And we do need to draw a green source before we can play the Song of Freylease. But if we can, you know, start going wide, the Song of Freylease, we get that to going off, we're gonna be in a pretty good spot. Well, this is not the greatest thing in the world. It's just tribute to the greatest song or greatest deck in the world, right? We can get into combat here. I mean, he might, what, fog us? What does he get? Okay, so he's gonna compass. That's cool. You compass away, buddy. And then I'm gonna add more to the board because it's a green-blue deck. I don't think of anything that could really put like a bad hurting on us, but we're lethal next turn, so like depending on what he's doing here, we're lethal. I mean, if he goes grow for the from the ashes with kicker, we're lethal. Elvish Rejuvenator, okay, we're still lethal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It will not be 7. So Elvish Rejuvenator does not do it. He needs some way to stop the Merfolk Mistbinder. So he can block 3. He'll take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I need more mana. He said he needs more mana. And we're on turn 5 and he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's turn 5 and he has... It's turn 5. He's got 6 mana. I'm not heartbroken for him in the least. I am going to try to play this though. Just going to slam this. We're going to get into combat. And that should be lethal. There we go. Whew. That's what I'm talking about. Get wrecked with Merfolk. Fish getting in there, huh, Magma Boy? Hey, we lost that first game. Someone showed us our weakness right off the bat. Bam, here's the weakness. If they can board wipe, then you are just done for. I will say that both of the board wipes that they were wrecking us with are gone. So we will not be having those come next next block. So, yeah. Anyone else having issuing with buffering? Check. Like, if you're buffering, you can always turn the quality down. So, like, go to the little setting and turn the quality down. But I'm showing from my side that we're running nice and smooth right now. So, Carter, what's up, Carter? So you guess it'll be 3 blink of an eye instead of unsummon. I'm wanting to say unsummon is in Ixalan, right? I thought unsummon was from Ixalan. Maybe not. Oh wow. Yeah. All right. Well, then unsummon would not be in the deck. I guess you would need to run something like Dive Down or Blink of an Eye. I really don't like Blink of an Eye, but just because it's 2 mana and I want 1, I did not realize unsummon. I thought unsummon was in Ixalan. That's my bad. All right. So no unsummon. Yeah. Then just run the negates or dive down. You'd be fine with that. Dive down would be fine, or maybe just mainboard spell pierce would be broken enough to save you. I don't know. Either way, we've run 4 decks, 4 games with it here. Was it 4? Right? Just crushing. You know, it's not bad. It's not bad. But that's my Merfolk deck, guys. I hope you guys have a great I hope you had a great Labor Day weekend. You do not see any tricksters. No, there are no tricksters. The mana base could probably afford tricksters. I currently just don't have those in here. If you wanted to run tricksters, you could. There's a couple Merfolk that you could run. You could even run the Merfolk that bounces things. I think that's a Merfolk. Is it a Merfolk Wizard? Elusive something? Don't remember exactly. So, but yeah, you could run Merfolk Tricksters if you wanted to. Let's look at a couple more Merfolk really quick. And then we'll talk a little bit about some spoilers. Simic? What? What? Both times shocks were printed before it. Best removal in all colors. Look to play 3-color tempo decks with top end of the best Planeswalker. Maybe Gym Leader. Maybe that, like, everyone's talking about the Planeswalkers, like that the new one is great. Justin, thank you for stopping in, sir. I know a lot of you guys got to get to work tomorrow. You got to go back into the work thing after your holiday weekend. I hope you all had a good time. I just wanted to get a little bit of content out for you guys because I know a lot of people are off, and you know, you're sitting around, you're like, man, I need something to watch, and so I wanted to make sure I get a little bit of content out for you guys tonight. The other Merfolk that you could possibly play is a 3-drop, and that is, let me see if I can find it. Where's the blue? Water Trap Weaver. You could tap something and kind of sleep cards, but it's not exactly where I want to be. You could make cards, make them unblockable. You could run Herald of Secret Stream so that all the creatures with +1/+1 counters can't be blocked, period. There's a couple things you could do. We didn't really get to see Song of Freyalise just be broken. We never actually got it to go off, but you know, that's a thing. Ron wants to play again. I'm going to decline, Ron. Thank you very much, though. He's like, I want to play that Merfolk deck again. Play me. Should we play Ron again? No? Yeah. Play, you were late. That's why there's replay. That's why there's replay. It's coming up on 11, guys. I promised some people that I would do some stuff. There's some other things that came out today, and I was wanting to do that with a couple friends. For those of you that don't know, PUBG is it's an Xbox game. It just went live just a couple hours ago. So we've got a couple hours of gaming with a couple friends, and we're gonna have some fun on Xbox, and we're gonna slay some people. You can find me KIIIOUGH on Mixer. Like I'll stream it if you guys wanna check that out. But we'll be streaming on Mixer. There'll be a couple of us in the party that are streaming. We don't have anything going there. Stream PUBG. If I had PUBG on PC, I would stream PUBG. I would. I'm not good enough on PC to stream it on PUBG. So yeah. Yeah, if I had it on PC, I would play it. But we goof off. It's kind of just one of those things. Me and some friends from high school that we kind of stay in touch. You know, we used to play. You know, the Call of Duties every time they would come out and stuff. You know, built a little like 10-man clan, and we went Diamond Division and stuff like that in Call of Duty. It was fun. So, and we've just always like maintained the most recent like first-person shooter or something. So, you know, we have some fun with it. But you know, you can check out Hellbent Vampire. or Kiiiough. KILL was already taken, so I just had to use eyes. Yeah, we'll be streaming, so if you guys want to check that out, you can check it out. Either way, guys, we're going to be having some fun, late night streams. I do warn you guys, that is not child safe. The people that I hang out with have no intentions of keeping things PG-13 or even remotely related to that. So, somebody gets, pegged in the face from across the map, they tend to curse a little bit. So if you're used to nothing more than shit, fire, damn, hail, that sort of thing, if you're used to nothing more than that, then you probably don't want to watch much PUBG streaming, because there's a lot of other words going on there. Can you post a link? Yeah, go for it. Go for it. I don't know if it'll go through or not. YouTube hates links, but yeah, go for it. Have we played yet? Kyle, yes, we just played 4 games. It was great. We lost 1 out of 4. And, what's up, Eric and company? Where am I, man? I love it, Kyle. I love it. Oh, yeah, I was supposed to worry about the people here in the community. Yeah, nah, forget that. Worry about the games. You came here for some magic. We had some really good games. It was a lot of fun. Excuse that first one, so, yeah. Have fun, Eric. Thanks for the stream. Hey, Barry, thank you so much. I appreciate your patronage, as always. I am hoping Stream Boss works here. Yes. It's not going green, but it did work. I am still working on... I have tried Streamlabs' version of OBS, and it is absolutely horrible. But I hope you guys like Merfolk. Merfolk was a lot of fun for me. I hope you guys had a lot of fun with it. If you did, do those YouTube things, the thumbs up, the likes, the subscribes, comments, share. But most importantly, I'm asking each and every one of you, let me know in the comments what you would add to this. And if you're watching this in the future and we've had more spoilers, what spoiler cards just, ooh, this has to be in the deck. Forgive me for the unsummons. That got me. Oh, Poopy fighting, battling it out for the Stream Boss. Yeah, that's the feeling that you get when you land in PUBG and immediately get shot. That's how it feels. That's how it feels, Barry. You think you have it. You're on top. The other guy picks up the gun before you do, and just bam, down you go. But either way, we're going to be having some late night fun, and hope you guys, if you do want to stop in, if you got nothing better to do tonight, check us out on Mixer. You'll have to go back Hellbent Vampire or Kiiiough if you guys want to check that out. Mixer's not one of those things where there's money involved or anything, so what is the so yeah, it's just one of those things where we're having fun. More than anything, we're trying to build Hellbent's community a little bit. Just try to get him started. If he can get some people playing, then yeah. Kapala, man. Originally I had 2 Kapalas here where the deep root waters are, and personally I think that the Kapala is better. So yeah. Guys, thank you all so much. Like, comment, subscribe, YouTube stuff, Patreon, whatever it is you want to do, ever how you want to help out. Personally, if you want to help this stream out, I prefer anyone becoming members here, getting your green name tags, that sort of thing. That's going to help us a lot. YouTube's new algorithm is taking streams that have the most memberships and putting those up top. So the more members you have, the more likely you are to get put into feeds and things like that. That's a new thing. So I am going to be pushing for memberships more than I'm pushing for any other type of support. I do appreciate, for each and every one of you guys. We do have some new things coming around the corner with memberships and stuff like that. YouTube's trying to work with us content providers to get us some more stuff, so it's going to be a lot of fun. So, yeah. Either way, guys, don't forget that you can pay for leagues, competitive games now, guys. Message Eric for details. That's right. If you want me to run a league, if you've got a 75 that you just want to be seen played, we can do that. There is a thing there. And if you just want a game played and you're not a patron, $20 donation will get you there. Barry and Poopy Fatty, I'm going to go out on Happy Song. I hope you guys are okay with that. All right. So we're gonna kick over to the Happy Song, and hope you guys enjoy. Maybe we should do Bowser's Pissed. That's a good song too. Nah, we'll do Caravan Bowser. Guys, have fun. Much love. Enjoyed it.